Here's my interview with Tupac.
Can you give me some lines from Trap that sort of apply to the whole situation with the police?
Yeah, they got me trapped. Could barely walk the city streets without a cop harassing me, searching me, then asking my identity. Hands up, throw me up against the wall. Didn't do a thing at all. Telling you one day these suckers gotta fall. Cuffed up, no bang bang. No, cuffed up, throw me on the concrete. Coppers tried to kill me, but they didn't know this was the wrong street. Bang bang, count another casualty. But it's a cop who shot. There's brutality. Who do you blame? It's a shame because the man's slain. He got caught in the chains of his own game.
I listen to that and I go, isn't that like an almost exact explanation of what happened to you?
That is exactly what happened.
Now, when did you write the song?
A year ago. The beginning of 1990, yeah.
At that time, had anything like that ever happened to you?
Not at that magnitude. Just like a little bit, like harassment, vocal. Like, get the fuck off the streets, niggas. Get off the street. Don't stand in the corner. Go make some money. Stop being porch monkeys. And shit like that.
Wait a minute. This may seem like really normal to you. To me, this is like really surprising.
Sorry.
This has happened to you personally?
Personally, yes.
When you're sitting in front of your own house?
No, that happens like a lot of times. You don't see black men. We don't have houses. We have like apartment buildings. And so the equivalent to standing outside your house is standing outside your apartment building.
Yeah.
Hang out in front of the building, sit on the stoop. That's how you talk. That's socialization, you know what I'm saying? If they did it in our gang, they did it in the Little Rascals and everything, but we can't do it. We can't all be in a group. We got to be a gang. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be selling drugs.
Is that something that happens to you, like it's happened once?
That happens a lot. See, what it is that because there's no choices to be made, a lot of young black males are in the game, the dope game or the crime game or whatever. They're in the game, so they're illegal. So the police know this, and they use that to their advantage. That's when they work outside of the law. They're above the law. They get to do whatever they want because nobody gives a fuck about a dope dealer from the ghetto, or nobody gives a fuck about some juvenile delinquent from the inner city. So that's how it go. You know what I'm saying? The police can say what they want and do what they want, and nobody's gonna really complain because who they gonna go to? The law, everybody knows the law doesn't work for us. And any nigga I can point out, any nigga in my crew will tell you it's happened. And when I say nigga, I mean N-I-G-G-A, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Not nigga.
Never
ignorant, getting goals accomplished.
In terms of those incidents you were talking about before, like they'll drive by and yell things out the window?
They'll drive by real slow, or they'll get out the car. It doesn't matter, whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when the police come around, that's why everybody's like, you see, that's the one time the brothers can unite, and everybody yells out, rollers, or 5-0, so you know. Because, nobody wants to be oppressed. God don't like ugly.
Do you think the Oakland police are particularly worse than other police?
No, I think every police, I have not encountered a good police department. The only good police department is a black police department. From that black people have put there. You know what I'm saying? We can't be, that's just insane to me. That's just like, what if I got 7 of my homies from the block and went and patrolled Beverly Hills? I don't know how they live. How can I, you know what I'm saying? How can I properly patrol those people? How can I keep the peace if I don't even know what their idea of peace is?
There seem to be, to me, a lot of black police.
Yeah.
Are the black policemen as bad as the white policemen?
Worse. Some black policemen they're in the force now, so they believe, their brother forcemen. And what it is like, they done heard so many brothers come in and go, come on, brother man, that white dude beat me down, blah, 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 that they don't even listen anymore. Because that's what I was doing when I went to the, after I got beat up, they put me in jail, and I was like, going to the brothers, I was like, yo, them cops just beat the shit out of me, and they was talking about master and shit like that. And they was like, whatever, get in your cell, shut up, get in your cell. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy, this
is black cops, white cops, all cops are the same.
Can we do the exact incident that happened? Can you repeat it to me? Where were you?
Broadway and 17th, downtown Oakland, and I jaywalked. Walked across the street to my bank. Police stopped me, asked me for ID. Where you going? Let me see some ID. That's exactly how they stopped me. Where you going? Let me see some ID. Let me see some ID. So I froze up with my pocket, got the ID. I got 3 pieces, my bank book, social security card, my passport. They was like, well, what's your real name? And I was like, that is my real name. And he's going, what is your real name? And I just stopped answering them because, I mean, how stupid can you be? This is my passport, you know, my social security card, and my bank book. I'm saying that's my real name, Tupac. So they got mad. I got mad. I was like, why y'all harassing me? With all the crime that's going on today, why does it take 2 cops to apprehend me for jaywalking? What is the deal? And they was like, don't worry about what we doing. You're going to learn your place in Oakland. I was like, I'm in Digital Underground, blah, blah. They said, you're not above the law. And I ended up saying, well, fuck y'all. Give me my citation and let me be. As soon as I said, fuck y'all, they grabbed me, slammed me, put me in the chokehold, banged my face against the concrete, and I was unconscious. I woke up, cuffed up, with my face in the gutter, with a gang of people watching me, like I was the criminal. Then I spent 7 hours in jail. Ironically, this is the day that my video was being debuted on MTV Raps. I missed that because I was in jail.
I don't think this is true, but I think people are going to say it sounds like a publicity stunt.
I know, and that's why I am like I am. And that's why I'm happy you're doing this, because now I want people to know that, you know, I'm not just sitting out. I'm not just out there holding my dick cursing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going kill, kill, kill. This is not no, you know what I'm saying, real niggas for life shit. This is not that. I'm talking about true to life incidents. You know what I'm saying? And shit happens, and it makes you a violent person. It makes me a caged animal, and that's how I react. And that's how my lyrics are, in a state of emergency. Apocalypse Now. It's a state of emergency.
How do you get out of jail?
I got bailed out by my people.
Then what happened? What did you do?
Then I sued. I went to a lawyer, and I told him I'm not having it. I told my manager that I'm not going to write another rhyme. I'm not going to go to another Grammy show. I'm not going to do shit. I'm going to be a criminal until they deal with this. And he said, okay, wait a minute. I'll get a lawyer and we'll file suit and we'll take care of it the right way. I said, okay. If not, what I was going to do was get my hands on a weapon, and I was going to go up to the precinct where the guys work and just start doing some violent shit.
But would that solve anything?
No, but see, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody says that. It's okay for me to get beat down. But as soon as I talk about beating somebody down, it's like, will that solve anything? I want young black males to see that the police is not untouchable. And I want police to see that they're not untouchable. And that a 20-year-old black man could come and snatch some money out their pocket. And that's what I want to do. I want them to pay me. I want them to buy me a house to take care of these kids. I'm trying to show now that it can work for you with this lawsuit. But see, the only reason it might work for me is because I got a little money and I can hire lawyers to do it. But the average young black male can't do that. And them corner pointer lawyers are jokes.
I'm trying to anticipate what other people would say in reaction to all this. So what I'm trying to throw something in front of you and let you answer. I'm a case of a person who's been mugged 5 times by young black males. So there is a feeling from the police that these are the people who are doing the mugging.
Right.
And how do you answer?
I got the perfect answer for you.
Okay,
Check
great.
this out. Me, as a young black male, I've been fucked by white people all my life. All my unborn life. My whole people, my race has been fucked by a white person for all this time. Should I hate all white people? Should I strike back and kill? Should I rape every white woman because white men rape all the sisters? That's exactly how I feel. That's what the police do. Just because black people mug white people, that doesn't mean that every young black male got mugging on his mind.
That's a great answer. Have you had any good experiences with cops at all? Have you seen cops do good things, help people in trouble, whatever?
Yeah, I guess, I've seen that. There are good cops, but the majority are bad. And plus, since the good cops want to act like the bad cops ain't there, they become bad cops. I have no mercy on no cop. Only cops I like is cops that don't speak to me. You know what I'm saying? Just ignore me, and I ignore you.
But if I was in trouble, like when I got mugged, I called the cops.
Right. If I get mugged, I'm calling the cops. And they should come, because that's what I pay them for.
Have you ever had to do that at any time?
No, but every time I've ever called the car with anybody, it's always took a long time for them to come. And they always grab me first, or think I'm the one automatically.
Do you think there could be a change in the way they're trained that could make things better?
Yeah, it's that power shit they start getting lost on. Plus, you have to pay them right. Plus, you have to treat them right.
Oh, that's interesting.
All of those are factors, you know what I'm saying? I understand cops. They got it, you know, they're closer to niggas than, you know, than people know. Because they got to deal with war every day. But see, that doesn't mean that they can take it out on everybody. And that don't mean that they can have this cold, you know, just talk to us like slaves. That's bullshit. Because nobody allows that to happen in the white neighborhood. So why let it happen at the ghetto? Why can't they talk to us any way they want to and treat us any way they want to?
A lot of people I've been interviewing for the book say I used to sell drugs, or my friends are, the people I hang around with are. In your case,
with me, it was like my homies, they loved me so much that they saw a spark in me and they knew I wasn't a dope dealer. And so they did everything they could to have me not sell dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I made so many fucking loans from dope dealers that I've never been able to repay because they're not here anymore. Because they saw it, you know what I'm saying? They would just go here, you know? Just make that album. Mention my name. And that's how it is. And that's why I can hang around dope dealers, because I understand very, very, very well why they do what they do. And I don't want anybody blaming them until they can make an alternative. You know what I'm saying? Because if we go back through history, look what America as a nation was doing before they did this, before they was the great emancipator. They was going from place to place, kicking people's asses, passing out diseases. You know what I'm saying? And taking people's land. So I understand it's not that far off from being a dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? So I think that as a race, a human race, we got to correct these problems. But they didn't feel like we needed to be correct. They was like, well, as long as we out, they're out the dark ages, so let us stay. But we in the dark ages, man. We in this dope shit because we don't have no other option. If you could live in in a neighborhood, a ghetto, for just 1 month, you'll be changed around. Just like trading places and all that shit they be doing, they know what they're talking about. It's the environment. You know what I'm saying?
The people selling drugs, though, some of the greatest harm they're doing is against the community they're in.
Right, but you have to understand the state of mind that this young dope dealer is coming from. I call them soldiers, because they're soldiers. They're closer to war than any soldier in the armed forces. You know what I'm saying? They have to deal with the enemy on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? Walking around your people like zombies, and you're the one that's making them like that. That's not a good feeling. They know that. That's not a good feeling, but it's like this. I know I can tell you so passionately because I've asked the question so many times. And they stump me every time because I go, why? And they go, what else can a nigga do? It's the law of survival. Either you starve or you feed yourself. And the white man when I say white man, I mean white society. Not you as a white man, or I mean the white society. I mean all the Oreos, all the Mexicans, every race that wants to have that white man mentality. When they give out positions and when they give out product, they go buy the young black men. We don't get a product to sell. You know what I'm saying? Even the little white kids got Boy Scout cookies and paper routes. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Only product they drop off in our neighborhood is kilos of cocaine. And if somebody would take the time and look at the fucking entrepreneurship it takes to move the dope that niggas move, because all they do is drop pounds off in the neighborhood. Trust me when I tell you. I know some of the largest dope dealers, and they all tell me. I don't know where this shit is coming from. I know it gets dropped off, though. Every time I start talking about culture and people and race, everybody goes, but it doesn't seem so day to day. You know, it seems like we're the age-old question. But it's not like that. It's like all of that stuff fuels the day-to-day existence of the young black male. You know what I'm saying? It's these thoughts that go through your mind as you sit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have somewhere to stay, man. How do you expect somebody to turn the product down and you don't have anywhere to live? You got a kid, you got babies, you got the babies. You know what I'm saying? Your wife is telling you loser, you fucking no good for nothing. You dropped out of school, you don't have a job. What are you going to do?
Are you still living in Oakland?
Yes.
Do you live with family or do you have your own place?
I just got my own spot. It's an apartment, 1 bedroom. But you know, we fit, we make do.
Ice-T said, get out of the ghetto, leave it behind, go make it somewhere else. Chuck D is like, go back, fix it up, make it work. Do you have an opinion on all that?
My ideology is survive, however you can survive. If you get lucky enough and they let you move into a white neighborhood and you get you a big house, live there. But don't forget the niggas. Don't lock niggas out just to keep your ass there, because if you stay in there but niggas can't come, that means you can't be there long. So you know what I'm saying? That's just a clue. But if I just happen to be in a cool neighborhood where, both. It's real cool.
There's both?
Yeah. It's niggas. If you go one block one way, you'll go to a ghetto. You go one block the other way, you'll be by the lake and shit, So it's like, live where you can live, you know what I'm saying? But if you try to ignore the ghetto gonna come up and snatch your ass. I don't know how to make this sound like that, but unfortunately, that's what happened to you 5 times. It might not be your fault, but the ghetto snatched you. And that happens, you know what I'm saying?
The other thing is, okay, so what change needs to be made specifically?
Well, first of all, the sneaky shit is on the down low. Nobody knows that rap is educating the whole race of people. You know what I'm saying? Now that the white kids that are coming up listening to the black experience. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, these people, once they get older, they're going to outgrow that. You know what I'm saying? Their parents are going to shake that shit from them and they're going to get a regular job. But see, when they get these jobs, they're going to be in a position to hire. And then when they're hiring and I walk in there, they're going to know who I am. You know what I'm saying? They're going to remember this young black kid that was with him. You know what I'm saying? The real black kid. Not the black kid they got on TV and the black kid they make, but the real black kid, the one that watched your ass. You know what I'm saying? The one that talked to you. The one that kicked it with you. The one you had a lot in common with. The one you understood. And he'll get a job and we'll have a better world because we'll be understanding each other. Just like I can really relate to Guns N' Roses more than I think anybody. I love that. I love them. Because they're going through some of the same shit. You know what I'm saying? They talking about some of the same shit I'm talking about. But they just talking about their people. And I'm talking about my people.
Okay, what can a rapper do? A rapper educates through his music.
Yeah, I believe in education, but I'm taking more of a spiritual route. You know what I'm saying? Education, that's bullshit because who can I actually educate? I can't do nothing but tell you my experience and hope that you grow from it. And that's all I do. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of respect for Chuck D, and I have a lot of respect for Ice Cube and all of these people, but they can't do nothing but what I'm doing. Telling people their experience or the experience they got from somebody else. That's all reading is. You know what I'm saying? So I might as well use my experience. It's been real rich. If we would just use our life experiences and talk about that, that's how we can heal this nation. Because you can go, oh, look, he's doing the same shit I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? He feel the same way I feel.
A lot of people I've been speaking to, like Kid and Play, I think, bought uniforms for a local team. Queen Latifah is giving money to a boys' club. These are things that they think will help.
I got my own program to help.
What is it?
It's called the Underground Railroad. And I think that it shows that I don't want to just give kids money. And I'm doing more than that. I'm taking on the full responsibility. I got like a kids group, a black female group, and a female and a guy who sing. And we're all a family. And we meet once a week. I meet with the kids once a week. We've got like a boys club thing working. We go to the movies, we go out, we read together. You know, they tell me about some of their experiences, things they go through, and I make rhymes about it. They learn it. They do it in the studio. You know what I'm saying? They learn in brotherhood. They learn in unity. They work together. They learn how to express themselves, how to communicate, everything. And now ever since I've been working with them, they all been doing better in school. So they also learn how to get along in society.
Yeah.
So that's the real thing, you know what I'm saying? This is the difference. I know it's a difference when the kid mother called me and tell me that a doctor said that her child cannot retain things. And I said, no, you must be talking about another kid because he just learned 3 rhymes in 3 days. I mean, I'm talking about results. And that's the real thing, you know what I'm saying? That's the real thing. And that don't have to be in the papers for me to do that, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to be calling every newspaper and say, guess what I'm doing? Just do it. Just like Nike say, just do it.
And it's called the Underground Railroad?
Yes.
And how many kids are involved with it right now?
Right now, I got a lot. Because now, like, as a matter of fact, today, a friend of mine that I knew from Baltimore way back in the day, he's flying out here today to live with me, and he's joining the Underground Railroad. We got people in New York, all over, Atlanta. It's not like a set thing. It comes out of my house, in my heart, you know what I'm saying? Whoever I come in contact with, I try to do as much as I can. I turn my home into a train, and I use the studio. It's just like they stay with me until they get signed, you know what I'm saying?
But like at the meetings you're talking about, like how many kids would typically be at those?
The meetings are like, they're not like meetings where you come and you do a meet. We hook up every weekend Just the kids that I work with, just the ones that are in the group, and we go to the movies. We talk. It's like, how many kids? 8.
Did some kids then move on and you take in new kids?
Yeah, once these kids get signed, we'll still work with them, but then we'll concentrate again on a new crop.
So if the goal is to get them signed as rappers.
Get them signed as rappers, or get them on the high school, you know what I'm saying? Or get them to where they start working with kids, you know what I'm saying? Where they start working with people. Just like Harriet Tubman from the South to the North. I want to take them from illegitimate to legitimate, whatever way I can.
You said you're part of Digital Underground.
I'm in Digital Underground. I'm a member of Digital Underground. But what it is that I refuse to, I don't want to play myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though I should stand on my own merit. And anybody who knows Digital Underground should know that I'm in the group.
Do you perform with the group?
Yes. Yep.
It seems so strange that I listen to you and you're really full of fire and politics, I think. And Digital Underground is one of the more have fun, happy type groups. So why did you want to get involved with them at all?
Because this Underground Railroad thing that I'm doing, it's all a personification of what Shock did to me. He took me in and he got me to legitimate. You know what I'm saying? He made me a legitimate person. And he made me an honest man. He did something and had faith in me when nobody did. You know what I'm saying? When nobody cared. I was just one more black kid with no money. Just one more. Just one more rapper. You know what I'm saying? And he saw deeper than that, and he helped me, and he got me to this point. And that's truly, to me, the most beautiful thing you can do for a human being. Not give them a glass of water, but show them where the wishing well is. And that's what he did for me, and that's just a great thing. And so, I mean, ever since then, I pledged my allegiance to Digital Underground for life.
Just another thing, just about this whole black-white relations thing. I mean, Digital Underground has a white DJ.
Right.
Is that...
And that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuse is my nigga. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We broke that wall. That's my man. That's my homie. It's like that. And not because he's white. And he's not my white homie. Yeah. He's my homie. You know what I'm saying? And when he acts white, I tell him, you're acting very white. You know what I'm saying? And he tells me, you're acting very black. You know, we get along. We really get along. Yeah. In a real sense. And it's not a black and white thing.
Because you weren't part of the Humpty Hump song, does that mean that you ended up, I mean, they made some good money off of that.
Oh, I didn't make that. I didn't make money like that. I made a little bit of money off same song. You know, I got my little cut from that, but which is really little bit. And then I signed my own contract with Interscope Records for my own solo album, and I got a little bit there. You know, I've been getting a little bit, but what little bit I get, I share. And so I think because I do that, I'll get a little bit more.
You got some money for Juice.
But that was a low-budget film.
How did you get the role in Juice?
Spontaneously walked in and asked to read for the part.
Where, in L.A.?
In New York. Read cold for it. Money B was reading for a part. They had been asking him to audition for a character, and I just went with him. And I was dressed in black, and I was like, can I read? And they was like, and I was like, can I read? And they was like, go ahead.
What part did you play?
I played the villain, Bishop.
Did you enjoy it?
I didn't enjoy it at the minute, but afterwards I loved
it. Because why?
All the work and all the hypocrisy of Hollywood.
Oh, like what?
The hypocrisy? Okay, like, you know, I'm real true to my words, and so when I went to New York, I got a lot of homies out there, so I would kick it with some brothers from out there. And we was doing a black movie about young black males, so I figured only right that I hang around young black males while we do the movie, you know? And they come to the set and watch the movie being made about you. And the other, some of the other actors would bring, like, you know, what I call new niggas to the set. The manners, the ones that come from, you know what I'm saying, prep school and all of that. And that's who the producers wanted them to see me with. You know what I'm saying? And that's who they wanted. And that was cool for them to be there. But as soon as I had some niggas on the set, everybody started freezing up. And so they would always, you know, harass me about that. Then I got robbed on the set. This guy had went in my trailer and stole from me, and I knew he did it. You know what I'm saying? So
he was one of the people you brought on the set? Or
no, some other guy from that neighborhood who had robbed me. You know what I'm saying? So the film people thought they was teaching me a lesson for being so nice to niggas that they wasn't going to reimburse me at first, and they was just like writing it off. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take justice in my own hands. And I got some of my niggas, the true niggas, and we went and found the little nigger, Nigger, who stole from me and beat his ass right there, 1 block from where they was filming the movie. Because I'm a true nigger. Not a fake film nigger, a true nigger. And you cannot rob from me. see I'm fiery, like, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't like that, and they spread a little, they spread that all through they spread it all over. Everywhere I went, that followed me. You know what I'm saying? But that just makes me more how I am.
This guy who stole from you, did he come on the set with your friends?
No, he just was one of the kids that, when a young black male comes up to me, like I said, I don't treat him like a criminal. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
So we talked, you know what I'm saying? And he came and was there. We was filming on location in the street.
Totally switching to a different topic. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Bronx until the end of junior high. I went to Baltimore, went to high school there in the ghettos of Baltimore, and then moved to Cali.
But you're at the High School of Performing Arts
in Baltimore.
And did you graduate from high school?
Never. Got to my 12th year. I went to the School of Performing Arts. Got to my 12th year in a regular high school in California. They wanted to leave me back because I had too much arts credit and not enough for what they felt like I needed, like physical.
So you moved here when you were in your 12th grade?
Yeah. And they thought I needed more like physical ed instead of fucking drama. So, I wasn't with that. I didn't feel like I needed the school system to tell me whether I was intelligent or not, whether I could make it in this world. So I'm out to prove them wrong. I don't tell anybody else to do that.
What do your parents do?
What do they do?
Yeah.
My mother is in recovery right now, and my father's deceased. But my mother was a great Panther, great Black Panther. She was one of the Panther 21. My father was a gangster. He died.
How did he die?
Freebase. Heart attack from freebase.
Did you ever get involved in drugs at all? I know you said that the drug dealers helped you from getting to selling it, but did you ever dabble in it yourself?
Nah, I mean, depends on what you call a drug. You like cocaine?
Yeah.
No. Never. Was never one of my things.
But marijuana's okay, I think.
Yeah, marijuana's,
I hear a lot of history from a lot of people I've spoken with, and I guess the question is, where do you get your history from?
Oh, my mother was a Panther, so she told me a lot. I listened to a lot of old brothers, you know what I'm saying? Listen to them talk. The veterans, I listen to them talk. My godfather, Geronimo Pratt, he's a political prisoner in San Quentin. He's wrongfully jailed. He tells me things. Matutu Shakur is my stepfather. Asada Shakur is my auntie. You know what I'm saying? I come from a rich line of Panthers and straight up revolutionaries. All of these newborn rappers who keep spitting all this black, they saying all that shit, but they ain't do shit for my aunt, my mother, my father, none of them, and they the ones, and I'm watching them say thank you to Mr. Asada Shakur. Thank you to Mr. Matutu Shakur. But to thank him, they should have looked out for his motherfucking family. That's how there's so much rhetoric within our own community that's why I have no tolerance for it in the white community, because I had to deal with my own.
One quick pause here to mention that even though it was a year before the 1992 presidential election, Tupac and many of us were already worried about what was going to happen. A white supremacist neo-Nazi named David Duke had announced that he planned to run, and he was getting a lot of press. So here's what Tupac had to say about that.
I got a forecast and a prediction for this whole country, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that as a journalist, you print this as I say it. If Dave Duke is elected for office of presidency, I promise, me, myself, I'll cause bloodshed to this world. There will be bloodshed. I'll be one of those people that shoot places up. I guarantee I'll leave my rap career behind and I'll become a violent terrorist. I promise you. And I'll bring this country down however I got to. That's disrespectful to any black soldier that ever served in the armed forces, any Jewish soldier, you know what I'm saying? Any minority soldier. That shit is fucking a stab in the back. He shouldn't even have television time. They didn't let Huey Newton have that television time. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X, you see the way they used to do him? They saw Malcolm X as a racist at that time. Now, seeing how he was the racist at that time, you think they was doing what they do to David Duke? David Duke is a fucking celebrity.
According to him, black people are getting all the jobs. The poor white people aren't getting the jobs. You know, I heard people on the radio during the election time, they were calling up and saying, look, I got calluses on my hand, and I went in and I tried to apply for jobs, and they said, we're only hiring minorities. You know, so these people would say there are lots of opportunities. that people aren't even taking advantage of.
And for these people, I understand. I can relate to a poor white person more than I can relate to a rich black person. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like that. I mean, I'm down for them too. If they down for me, but they have to understand. But if they take the point and position that the black man is taking everything from them, they're gonna be an enemy. You can look through history and see that's a goddamn lie. Niggas haven't begun to get what we deserve. And when I say niggas, I mean Nigga. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. We haven't begun to get what we deserve. Therefore, how can we be getting all the jobs? These little bullshit jobs. I want jobs like Rockefeller and Trump.
What do you feel about affirmative action?
I'm not familiar with what that is because I never had a job.
Did you try for some and didn't get
Yep.
them?
I tried and I wouldn't get them. And then the little ones that I would get were so menial that after a day I'd be quitting. Because I was always like writing, and I would write while I was working, you know? Like if I had to sweep, I'd sweep up and then I'd go write on my spare time. And he'd get mad on the clock. You can't write. You can't think while you work for me. And I just left. I was like, well, fuck you. That was the last job. To me, you working should not mean more than your heart. I think we owe each other as a race to really get to the bottom of where we, find ourselves. I think if everybody find themselves and they have harmony within themselves, it'll be harmony in the world. You got to find your karma, your own personal karma, what you're meant to do. When you do that, you'll be good for this world. And that's what I feel like. And so nobody can interrupt that. Not work,